Trump, remember, leads the overall head-to-head. 13 wins to 12. But that was nearly a decade ago. Goodness me. That's not 5-1, including 2 centuries, equaling Stephen Hendry's.
15.
It would be even better. And now pocket slightly.
It is 89. Currently down.
32-0 down in this one.
17. 25.
'More than a nudge. Long pot by so far. Being given a reprieve, and if he can do what...
40.
Spot frame ball, and in the end, of course, lost it on a respot.
55.
He needs 2 more reds, basically.
Knows he's let Trump off here, and it looks as though he's going to be putting himself for a 6-3 deficit when he missed the red and scattered them and left O'Sullivan the chance.
More shot to do here. He's not getting close to those long-range shots, but even then...
Trump's missed now.
Foul. Ronnie or Sullivan?
Still 1 snooker needed for O'Sullivan.
Yes, because when he won the... you don't think about it.
Danger early on in O'Sullivan's favour, winning on the respot. Trump to win because it looked as though he'd done untold damage when he missed the red at the start of the frame.
So here's another one at range. Well, that was better. That was an improvement on the other 2, and ultimately the frame is won.
Trump would have been looking for, and to win it, having even more of a boost.
9. 16.
High up the final.
Foul.
Who first?
Judd round 5. Thank you.
Oh dear. That was seemingly fairly regulation, that yellow.
Ronnie or Sullivan?
The average frame time at the moment is 17.51, 17 minutes, 51 seconds, but of course that doesn't include the re-racks we've had.
Was it?
Re-established control of this final, having been 5-1 up.
1.
Many people regard him as 17-4 on one occasion.
16.
Frame.
24. 30. 40. 59.
And it should be 6-4. So he could do with this in. Huh? Frame is surely done.
1.
Which is perfect etiquette in this game. Sean Murphy is famous for it.
$17.
Because we've got an
25.
odd number of frames in this.
28. 32. 37.
So the first two frames to one fold, not least because of the re-racks, but
43.
they've been split in getting to the final. But he's going to have to play his best, surely, if he's to get the better of Ronnie O'Sullivan over 35 frames. 2 centuries from O'Sullivan. Of course, Trump made 97. We'll be setting a new one with these two players, even though we've seen quite a bit of cake. That's more like it from Trump. Post final. That's because Trump was so good. But Higgins was also very good.
No.
It can be missed. He has missed it.
1.
Trump, it could be compounded here if O'Sullivan can put something big together.
9.
And he's been
15.
operating around that time, and there's been plenty of evidence of that as he's moved through the rounds pretty serenely. It must describe O'Sullivan as lethal,
23.
because he was a single shot, it feels, throughout this championship, and it's paying dividends at the moment.
29.
Trump has had the better of him in their more recent meetings.
35.
Yes, O'Sullivan won to Trump, 3 in a row in Northern Ireland, and of course he is bossing things.
43.
Played a good little.
51.
And that's an authentic shot to play it in such a way that you...
Frame over for Trump.
57.
That was his 7-4. And just as moving away again, it seems.
65.
Final Sullivan is doing what
71.
number 3 of the final. Previous tally of 13 by making his 14th this afternoon.
79.
Come and win his second world title, then he's going to. And at the moment,
Sullivan has lost a couple of frames that he might have won,
93.
but it's looking good again.
96.
Thrown by for the Raw.
he did construct it well early. He got the reds exactly where he wanted them. That's what.
Championship. More and more in control.
Now, top side. Oh, he ended up going into it completely.
Bring yourself.
Oh, he's made it. He is such a good... Remarkable comeback from Mark Williams from 7 down to then out to share this mini session.
The problem there was what happened there?
1.
Very aware that Trump is suffering a little bit at the moment. He's not playing as he can, pedal while he can, and build a big lead in this second session.
15.
Yeah.
Hard.
20. 33.
He's getting a few chances, not loads, but
Forward than the one in the previous frame, the thin cut along the rail. Hooker.
Trump needs to come out and have a good remaining sight.
At the interval, that is a handsome lead. Trump was able to fight back by winning 3 on the bounce then, and he's going to have to do something for the 15-minute or so break, because at the moment he's being outplayed in every department that he just can't afford to with Trump. With O'Sullivan, our championship, he's had his eyes on the prize, the record equaling form, and that focus in the early stages of this world final.
Didn't he, Alan McManus? He said that O'Sullivan is capable of the last 2 or 3.
All of that could change, of course, in what remains of the evening. 5 more frames to come.
I mean, no, it's not a... You feel like that, and Judd's got to do something this evening.
Yes, the one final that O'Sullivan lost in 2013. Missed them all together there.
And it's obviously he's 4 frames down, but like I say, if they could just break now for the night.
1.
Just about wriggled it in.
9. 17.
It's a great shot to finish. Now he's protecting the middle bunch though. Let's see what happens here.
Ronnie Sullivan, 26.
Another mistake from Trump, who's only scored 30.
We know he did against Mark Williams and get a bit of a hangover to that. And that's the World Championships for you.
Sullivan never seriously threatened in any round. Twice behind right at the beginning.
5.
We see. Next best.
Close to unassailable from this position that he's engineered for himself. 4 clear, 5 more to play. But in all other departments, O'Sullivan is in charge. Hot success of 90.
See more than an edge, but I watched it. He got very close to it.
It's not just the standard of his snooker that has stood out.
The extra bit of pace
To get away from him. Immediately off his shot, very nearly fluked the red, but
he gets in from like unlikely positions.
1.
He's played open.
his championship turned on that missed black by Stuart Bingham in the quarterfinals
7.
when he was unlikely.
40.
The lead for the first time to 5 frames,
21.
which means truly commanding, if not unassailable.
Beauty of any sport, but he really is. Another frame has gone here.
A while over it before he played it with pace to try and get position on the black, and then of course this frame winning break to tighten the screw.
42. Ronnie Sullivan, 42.
Didn't trouble the scorers in that frame, which means it's now
That to be very thin.
Foul on the miss.
He's probably won. It's nearly 27 minutes since the last one, but the nudge means it might only be one.
Judd ramp 1.
All over the place here. I was thinking it was possibly the one way.
Yeah, that always feels rather more one-sided than that, doesn't it, in terms of table time?
1.
Bottom red of the bunch, he could get on into the right corner here. It's a natural.
5.
7 in the final alone when he beat John Higgins.
Thirty.
Right. considerably lower than it would normally be.
21.
People up and down the table. I had a bad feeling about that shot.
Shot trap.
Just got a glimpse of the way that Judd is feeling in his chair on that previous red that Ronnie
Sullivan,
potted.
6.
You know, he had almost head in hand.
Again, it's gone wrong.
1. Nine.
Just putting in all these frames at this moment. We did say I kind of think the latter could happen.
7.
Don't worry about your own game. And that's a nice shot. Really nice. Played with screw and left down.
3 clear.
25.
And that's if Trump wins the... Sullivan just continuing to be... So he's showing patience when
33.
things don't quite go to... or not. It's his opponents who've been
49.
frayed at the edges.
Well, the lead is 35, but that would be...
Put Judd Trump in trouble again. He went for the long red, missed it and caught one on the way down for O'Sullivan. And here's another frame-winning break. He at the Crucible during his run of 6 World
62.
Championships. He's built momentum, and there's nothing at the moment that Trump seems to be able to do to stem the
65.
tide. 2019 winner.
74.
3 frames to come in this session. Otherwise he's going to have a seismic task on his hands. He's completely on top. I guess Trump has got to take some inspiration from Mark Williams, who of course was...
John Higgins against Mark Selby. Mark Selby being the sort of warrior that he is, if you like, the hard-working player.
In that time, Ronnie O'Sullivan have made breaks of 50, 66, 118.
A good safety shot there. Right now that should Judd win frames, he's going to have to be left something.
He has had chances. Missed.
9.
Straight on this black, quite where he played to finish. Hit that one well.
23.
It must be into the corner, looking at that. No, found a way up the table as well.
39. 45.
So vital now, having played that. Still emerge from this second session in reasonable shape. If he can win this one, the last two, only 3 behind, given a lot to do tomorrow when he'll hope he can play a lot better than he has so far. But first things first, win this frame.
A little bit, but it's worked out well. Down the remaining will go down by 8 points.
59.
A whole evening of snooker. We have 6. Yes, he's now going to do so.
Frame. He knows the frame, of course, long since won. Whenever you're facing 18 as the target to be crowned world champion. Sullivan, of course, going for number 7 to tie up Stephen Hendry's modern day. For that one, finds its mark.
1.
End up on the side cushion and do what he did and leave his cue ball in the middle of the table.
Sullivan 50.
Yes, out of the camera shot that you can see, Sullivan was looking to the heavens there, shaking his head. This time. Previous 7 meetings,
9.
which was the prerequisite for Trump winning this World Championship. 9-4 up, and Trump took the match
70.
to a decider. So
I thought more than disappointed. It's very tough.
25. 31.
already 50 in front. It will be a major surprise if Trump doesn't find him.
Well, big area there too, landing behind with a couple of reds both.
47.
Nothing going his way. Ronnie Sullivan marching.
53.
Trump is going to need something Herculean on the second day.
Sullivan 60.
Sullivan will settle.
Yes, I agree that he needs to win this frame. It will sound a little less painful and overnight. It has really been done tonight, hasn't it?
Terrific pressure yellow. He needs plenty more like that. It's not.
It was natural to come round for the black in potting it.
Nine. Five.
It's a nice recovery. Well, didn't half do that. Thankfully, he didn't go off again. That would have been horrible. But
33.
even then, the cue ball.
A big shot this is.
Let's concentrate on the pot and not try and do anything else.
1.
Now, this is another important moment.
5.
Yeah.
18.
Being
34.
Yeah, recovered it on there from someone with a Sullivan's cue ball control. Very likely. And, well, he does need it, you know, he'll need all these three reds.
$47.
He's already wanted to colour with it, but he might not bother about that. So he will be, he's going to be on a colour anyway.
$59.
ball. Started the evening
63.
5-3 in front. Trump having, and he won the first tonight.
66.
But since then, Ron first best in this match.
70.
Hurtful as any frame for Trump in first. That issue with the red and then the brown he missed, so he pumped it through the button beautifully.